Yo, this is Fort. If you cool like that, call me Fort Shelby, and welcome to the 4th episode of Tell a Vision. And this is what, season 2, right?
Season 2, episode
Exactly.
4.
Today, Chuming high, but anyway, we got a guest for you. But before we get to that, what's up, Palesa?
Hey guys, it's me again, Palesa, your favorite nail tech, and I put the P in perfect in that song, period. And you know I never roll alone. I'm always with Ford. We miss you, Alton, hey? I miss you, Alton. But yeah, today we have an honorary guest, and yeah, the stage is yours.
Yeah, man. I can introduce a bit of it.
Yeah.
Now, my name is Gift.
Okay.
But the stage name is Owgeeh.
Owgeeh.
So I was born and bred ko Tlextopo, Jobetina. And then yeah, man, I've spent some part of my life go Free State. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was from grade 1 until grade 4.
Okay.
So yeah, man. I was born and bred with Tlextopo, and then I came to Posh to study music. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are qualified, like a qualified musician, you could say.
Yeah, actually I'm a music teacher as well.
Oh, you're a music teacher as well. What is it that you teach specific? Notes and stuff?
Everything, my brother.
Oh,
with me, I think I'm blessed enough to say that I have everything, like in terms of musicality. I'm a conductor, I can sing, I can produce, I can write, I do everything.
Alright. So you're quite broad, versatile in fact.
Yeah, man, I even do classical music.
Hectic. But anyway, brother, as you have mentioned, you were born and bred with Texdorp, or how did it come about for you to consider it besides from the school part?
Number one, Northwest University, when it comes to music, it's one of the campuses that regarded the best in South Africa. Actually, I think it also plays internationally. So
yeah.
So it was one of the best schools still offering and nugget information, that's all.
Alright.
And then also when I was doing my options, actually Logorake studying music, it was just because of I love music.
Okay.
I was supposed to study Boitumelo. So man, calling Prague, I couldn't mass or teachers.
Yeah.
So
you could safely say you're quite passionate about this.
And then we applied for audition, and then I think from there, that's when I realized I was working. But also before, I think when I was grade 10, okay, these things are the choir, man. And then they expose you to a lot of people. Man. I think there was 90 people in the room. So they go, especially Kubane, what do you want to become? And then confidently, so for Braga, I was like, now I want to become a musician. And everyone was shocked. I was like, okay, everyone know what about Owgeeh from that age.
Yeah.
Everyone know what about Owgeeh, about Lawyer. And I was like, nah. Me, I love the sounds. I love what I hear, and me, I just want to become a musician.
So as you have mentioned, Robin, it's not just only you being a musician, but what of it is that you have mentioned, or like you conduct and also write music whatsoever. Would you now specifically, would you also classify yourself as this one particular person in terms of the music that you do? Yeah.
I wouldn't, my prayer. And that's just mainly because of, I think I have the skills still on the broad enough, not categorized as a specific type of artist.
Yeah.
It's very versatile. It's very broad. Yeah.
And Owgeeh, you mentioned that you teach music, right? Do you have your own music school, or are you currently working on that, or?
I'm studying with NW.
Okay.
I've completed my first qualification, which was my diploma in music with NW.
Okay.
I'm currently doing my final year of my degree, and then next year obviously it's on a spot. Man, for now it's too early because I'm not specific in terms of what do I really want to focus on, because of it's extremely broad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Palesa?
No. No, I was curious. Like, my question was basically me trying to find out if Owgeeh, because he said he teaches music, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're part of a school besides the NWU, like, do you have something of your own?
No.
Oh, okay. But are you working on that?
When I'm done with my studies, automatically I'm a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of your dreams is to have your own music studio.
Unfortunately, man, it's
possible.
I don't want to function in that space, but
Okay.
commercially so yes.
Okay.
I'd like to own my own record label.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
have my own artist and yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of record labels, how would you not really define, because I believe like you're a person who's not passionate about this thing, so you wouldn't get into it by just you wanting to benefit financially. Of course, it is actually one of the common things that we want all on Talahai.
Yeah.
But that besides being the case, how do you see the industry that's actually like you're the record label? How do you feel about it? This is basically because I believe you are an Amapiano artist, ne?
Yeah.
This is basically based on the fact that you're an Amapiano artist, and a lot of stuff that's been happening. We've been seeing a lot of people, coming out and explaining how this business, the record label, are actually about. So I just want you to just sum it up and just tell us right now, in your view, how do you feel about that? Do you think that we're going with it the right way, or what?
I think the people who are leading it at the top there, my brother, I think they're doing a fantastic job. But with me also, like, I was lucky enough last year to attend workshop at Black Coffee.
Oh,
most South Africa, I think they chose like 2,000 people to attend that thing, and fortunate enough, I was one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
So with me, it's not just being about you being independent or being signed to a record label. It's just about you trying to find the proper success for your own brand.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can make it Basa sign you, and others can make it without being signed. So I think it depends on the kind of effort that you put maybe behind your brand, and also the things that you do while you're trying to build your brand. Also, it's very important that you understand that not all of us are going to be signed, and it's very important that you understand that it's a blessing not to be signed also.
Do you see yourself being signed?
Unfortunately, I don't want to. At this point, I function under my own record label.
Oh, okay.
And because of the kind of information that I get from the university, the kind of research that I do behind just being behind the mic or recorder for and make music.
Okay. So independent at the moment.
Under
Under
my own record label.
And then do you have any other artists that you have under the label?
I'm not willing to sign any artist at this point because I'm going to lose the focus on my brand, and because I'm going to push that person, and now it's going to be like a setback for me. So it's not healthy for an artist to sign another artist with what budget. That's first thing. Like if you check this thing business wise, it can manifest if you do it without a capital. The main reason one of personal why like this guy is because of I've realized, okay, sharp, people want to do commercial music. They are very talented, they have the knowledge, they have the skill, but now they can't find a proper entrance to the market, which is the capital. One of the things that they do at the record label are the things that maybe, let's say, you can work for 3-5 years and do it for yourself. That's one of the reasons why now I went to school.
True.
So that even if it's not a possibility, because I work extremely hard enough to make sure that I put myself in places that they will benefit and or they can find advantage of this thing. But being signed or not being signed, it's a blessing and it's not also, because some people are able to make it without being signed, and some people can't make it. Like Briskeby will something. When I started my career, I was like, I need a label. Number one, they have marketing.
Yeah, true.
They have proper monies. They have proper monies, those people. So by offer advantage or the platform that where now as an individual you can give to yourself. So for him it was like, okay, sharp. Let me sacrifice for this first 5 years. Let me be signed, and then after I'll leave. Yeah. We're independent, and it's still the same person. The music's still dope. Yeah.
Now, with all like the knowledge that you have, and also you having the music background, why Amapiano specific?
before I started making amapiano, like actually like tunable R&B, Afro soul, Afro beat.
Oh.
Yeah. So personally, I saw something alone maybe other people didn't see, especially when it comes to the kind of music that I do. My brother, for me to make music, I need to hear chords. I need to hear melodies. I need to hear something, not just
A beat.
yeah. So I get a lot of beats almost every day.
Yeah.
A lot of beats. Some of them it's nice, man, well mastered. But it doesn't go to the heart. And if it doesn't do that for me, unfortunately, I can't make music. Because I'll be forcing, I'll be pushing in Nagarga. Like I'm trying to be something else that I'm not.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a good soulful piano, especially soulful piano. Like the chords, man, like the melodies, they sounded very nice. First time in my life, this I think it happened like 2 weeks back when I recorded something. Yeah, I have only one song of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
What type of it? What type of thing? Because I agree.
Type of subject.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Owgeeh, I have a question for you. So, going back to Gift when you was younger, what were your early influences on music? Like, who would you say influenced you to go into the direction of music? Because everybody gets something that inspires them. So, who was your influence, both internationally and nationally?
Well, before actually I started music, I was playing soccer.
Okay.
So there was this one other time when I go to ground zone. I was still in Free State, but I think I was grade 4. Because I go to ground zone, like I'm going home, like practice if I did everything start. And then good luck choir. Braga, like not today, I can't explain how I felt when I heard those sounds. Fede, I joined the choir and sad story happened. A very sad story. They needed 60 people. We were 64 choiring. Never? I auditioned Kakabate. I said, Chasas, Kakabate.
Yeah.
Only 60
being you,
yeah.
Oh, you were like
only 60 people were allowed to sing, and we were 64. Unfortunately, on that 4, I was there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come next year. Now,
How old are you at this time?
Now.
No, how old were you?
I was in grade 4. I was in grade 4.
Oh, so you're quite young.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was very young. So, and also Ngani was part of the things that I was like, you know what? I went there.
Thing.
Yeah.
It's a Tswana thing. No, it's a Tswana thing.
No. So the following year I went there. I auditioned. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately I had to go back to Klepto. When I got there, I went back to soccer, man. I was like, I went back to soccer, and parks.
Okay.
So he was fresh from the university, and then when I started choir go to he joined the choir braga, and he catches the feeling still, or even not today, as I can't explain. That's the kind of love I have for music. So I decided in Japan personally, you know what? For me, with sports, negative about the athletic, so I was like, cut, I'm done. I'm done.
It's music that I want.
Yeah, and then I started singing in choirs, but and then by the time I think I was doing grade 10, that's when I decided, you know what? I want to take this thing into like a professional space. Yeah, but before then, like a lot of people they contributed a lot when it comes to my musicality and where I come from. Bobra Parks, Botsetla, Bonaftali. Those are and we could see already this thing. If you really focus, you can really make it. Yeah.
What is it that they were doing specific that actually motivated you?
They were passionate, my bro.
Oh,
even if the school
academically or they just damaging life.
They pushed you academically. You need to pass, bro. Like you can't be a singer that fails. Yeah, cause gela you. Wabana cause ible cause gela. Kono there you know. Level 3. Right. So, we were the generation to be like, nah. Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sing and we pass. Yeah.
So now you mentioned that there's King Amapiano, the one that you actually started liking was the one Soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are your who are your artists that you listen to? Like that give you that sort of inspiration.
I love Kelvin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enough said.
We can end it there.
That one, my brother.
Yeah.
Kelvin. Brandon Dlotlo. Vocally.
Yeah.
Taliwonga.
Taliwonga in
Most
in
favorite.
production or singing?
In terms of vocals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there's a new guy, man. He's not new. Maybe to my ears he's new. DJ Moscow.
Okay.
Super fantastic. I listen to his album almost every day. Yeah. And then yeah, man. Samso too.
Oh yeah. Dope.
Every day, Len. Nati Mankai.
I've never heard.
Nati Nomsa.
Oh, Nati. Okay. That's Afro Soul, ne?
Yeah, that's Afro Soul.
Yeah.
And then can I those two brothers
Tshidiso brothers.
Afro Soul. The Afro Soul. Kaluni bege meswe. Oh da when away. Man, this guy. I just forgot the name, but
okay.
Yeah. Lena Uchuna Afro Soul Mthembu blind. Yeah.
Away. No, I get it now. You're an artist, so I believe Luena, you probably are gonna give us an answer. Like, no, I'm different, but. Yeah. So I want you to tell me what would make you stand out amongst,
everyone who's making music, or like how?
No, just you and like in your line of business. What would make you stand out on Kalahai?
Number one, Braga, not a lot of musicians are going to school. That's first thing. As much as they say, not everyone is going to make it via school, but school can shape you, my brother. And me personally, I would encourage most of the musicians by lowering. They are doing music for life to definitely go to school. It's not just about you having information or being equipped with knowledge, but also it shapes you as a person. It rooted in morals. It teaches you, like already, Braga, as a student, you only like a routine that you follow. For me also, you see, during the week, push us sponsors scale. Fridays, Saturdays,
it's gigs.
Yeah, push a recording. Yeah.
So please, can I ask, how do you apply for music at school? Because
I was about
at
to
high
ask
school,
that.
there's no that subject, because that subject they feel like a grade 7, where it's art and culture. But when you get to high school, there is no subject. It's
basically the.
Yeah.
Well, you can I'm sure there are schools that
there's like
that
schools
offer
that have
music.
drama and stuff. Yeah, I think there are some of the school. Yeah.
Most of the time, the private school kids are about music as a subject.
Why private school? Why not?
That one we have to take it up with the government.
Yeah, man. Because the resources are not enough, my brother.
Some of the kids are struggling, bro. They love music. They want to do music, but they are not at private school.
I wanna know so hangers or he maybe let's say I go to one of the schools and he initiated about it. They need to make music as one of the subjects. But first thing first, about we don't have budget. So that says a lot about the kind of resources that are put behind, making music an official subject. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to convince a principal to have a choir gospel, not to have a music as a subject. Just to have a choir, just to make sure, Banaba 60 or 40 or 30, they are able to come together and make music.
Because we are not all clinically gifted.
Yeah.
Because then, like your story, you come from choir, you ended up loving music because of choir.
Yeah.
I was the victim in it. I used to love, I used to go to choir and I started with choir.
Go choir.
Yeah, I was
Soprano,
Alto.
Sure.
They call it tenor. So I was Yeah, I was at school. I started at school,
Oh,
and then from school I went to church.
Oh,
They
yeah.
asked me to join church. I didn't go to church. It's only girls. I'm the only guy.
oh,
I
I
was
remember
like,
the story.
"Whoa, what's going on here?" But I pushed, and then I ran away from that. I went to playing soccer because it was only girls. So I saw this choir is only for girls, not for boys. I saw it. It will expose me. I'm gonna be a gay, no? I'm gonna become a gay. I'm gonna become a gay. So I ended up here looking, but I loved like music. I loved it.
Mhm.
I wanted to study music, but from school, you know, about study by you have to study.
They speak down on it, yeah.
In fact, one thing about the critics that you're gonna get, especially when you do music, especially more on public schools, get a shaker voice. But they're gonna make a joke of you. What are gonna? You see that thing, my brother? That's where a lot of motivation comes from, especially from a lot of people. They are very talented when it comes to classical music, because they used to do that a lot. Unfortunately, I was the only musician in that Google is home. From there, get soccer, otherwise beer.
And then besides Bago Silong game, besides Bago starting, the support from your family, how is it?
Currently, it's dope.
It's dope.
Because I've been on a lot of radio interviews. But when I auditioned to come and do my first qualification, so it was a problem. I think I spent like 2 to 4 weeks. Because now I used to stay in Magog.
Okay.
It was difficult, Joe.
Because
like I've said, first thing first, I want something else besides music. I applied for become law guy. I was like, I don't want this thing. I want this thing, man. Like I've been, like break just to go home and listen to classical music. Break. Go the way nigga obsessed with it. So the support from home, but it's when they started to see, he can actually do properly, like legit stuff. Yeah.
And then speaking of Sgela in music, what's big? Like you're curious, that is it just only to anybody know too, or there's also the module voice and stuff? Like what is it that they
What are
teach
like the
you?
modules?
Yeah,
Like
the
what
modules
is
that
part of
they-
the curriculum?
Yeah.
On a practical, on a theo.
Okay.
When it comes to practical, it's your main instrument. Maybe let's say when it comes to me, I'm a conductor. So out there it's practical. Get conducting. Fortunately, for our curriculum, it's even much more broader. As a conductor, you can sing as well. So it's how to get main instrument get conducting, and then there's theory. Theory, it's music education, African music, community music, music research, musicology, the part. But on the practical side, they teach you how to do things like properly so. And then go theory that the 0 fail.
But musical theory is very hectic. Like
Really?
I'm thinking back to high school when we had arts and culture, as Tshidiso has just mentioned, and we had to study like about certain composers, musical composers from back when. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
And then it's drastic because it's from period to period. So things that are happening in Baroque music are not happening in classical music. They're not happening in romantic period. They're not happening on 21st century music. So it's even the lecture thing. Yes.
You know what's funny now, ne? Now that we mentioned Amapiano and like the soulful Amapiano. I saw on TikTok there was a composer or whatever, a producer or a DJ. I didn't know to say he was a DJ from I think the UK. And he was mentioning how classical music, or he said, I think he said jazz, when jazz music meets house. And then people in the comments from South Africa was like, hey dude, this is what we listen to in South African house.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of which, I'm also seeing a trend on this thing. You saw that show like Kabza the Smaller, that symphonic thing.
Yeah.
I think it started with Black Coffee, and then Kabza. Also, Sole. Who's this guy?
Six.
Eh?
Not six.
No. Come on, man. The Limpopo guy, Shebe Shit,
Yeah.
also did the same stuff.
AKA.
Like, what's with that? Yeah, but AKA, yeah, those kind of like, what's with that actually?
I think like the live music, because like recording, then actual music, most of the time they don't sound the same.
Yeah.
And also sometimes they want to give people leverage to see them performing the actual thing. This was the track, and this is how it sounds. Raw instrument. Yeah.
So what goes down? Like what goes through like that process? Like when you set up for like a specific song, like say for instance maybe a specific song. Yeah, Calvin Mom, of course.
Yeah.
What is it like? What is it that you listen to? And how do you guys set it up?
Last year I did my own listening session, and that's when to bring everything like into live music. So most of the time, I something but somebody the sound check.
Yeah.
What sound checking? That's when you make sure that everything is sound not. Maybe let's say on your song you have violins, and maybe let's say ubukile 2-3 artists that violin. Or the sound them not the kind of projection from the actual instrument to the actual sound. Like technically, man, that's fella. If you have better resources, you can always do it.
Yeah, I was about to mention that I'm sure it's so expensive to set
Super
up.
expensive, but live shows are more than they're more expensive than the actual recording.
Can I ask you a question? There's this guy is a musician also, but whenever it's like the live band, so he was complaining why DJs they are just mixing.
Can I answer that? Guys, it's business. Ne? There's a demand for what DJs do at the moment. Therefore, the supply needs to be put out. The same with live bands. If we can increase the demand for it, put it out there, introduce people to it. Because the only reason why I enjoy live performances, especially instruments, like I like hearing people play instruments live, to hear that raw sound. The only reason why I liked it is because I was introduced to it by the book, during R&O. So if it wasn't for that, I would have never known. So now we can turn that into a question and ask you, Jorge, what do you think we should be doing to sort of put raw music on its platform in South Africa?
I think people tend to they need to invest more money into trying to put the production together, because the most expensive thing there is production. You can have the best instrumentalist, but if things are not well put together, they can't.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. If you can check us, Java released like an EP now with on stage raw. It shows you if you put proper money behind production, everything.
And how much is proper money?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
How much is proper money? Because I really miss going to gigs and actually getting, before even seeing who's gonna be on stage, and just see the setup, the stage, or like,
It's about to go down.
You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, it's just text and a nice DJ booth. That's it.
Yeah.
Speakers.
And speakers.
Lights,
That's it. One first done. So I feel like, man, that essence alien, I really miss it.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know, is it Vele Tawaya, the finance that you have mentioned, or Vele is it because of the knowledge that's actually that we lack?
Braga, even if you got knowledge, enough knowledge to put a show together, if you don't have money, it can't happen.
True.
Let's talk locally now, ne? I get that the Department of Arts and Culture is the one that's in charge for handling such matters.
Of course.
Do you think in the Northwest, the budget that's allocated, do you think it's enough, or do you wish that we could do better? Do you hope this platform could maybe help you as a musician reach out to them to tell them the importance of what they need to do?
Well, if they can see this thing and ASAP, they need to realize that they need to put more money behind the whole production. Because number one, you guys are not just pushing people who come here. Actually, it's not about just pushing people who come here. It's also about, trying to put the brand itself. Copy. I don't think the resources are enough, man. My brother, if resources were enough, we could have been talking about something different when it comes to the kind of even the setup that we have now. Check out when podcast and chill I start. But check it now. It's demand. Without demand, without enough resources, without proper resources, the resources do on nothing, but not the relevant ones that are able to push this thing forward. But if there's proper money behind every talent, behind every idea, this thing it's a brand. We need to push it. Then it can happen.
Are you guys listening?
Yeah.
Guys, ask this. Next about hello. So it's not about.
You can speak into the mic.
Oh,
sure.
It's not about pushing the brand. So you know what happens when you talk about departments and ministries, the government. So arts and culture and sport and
recreation, yes.
They get the least out of all budgets. Like Bakria said. It's all about us, guys.
However, the same setups of events, the funeral and what, prioritize the budget in categories. And how to share about the funeral, I think it's set up or the event, but it's just the funeral. Can't we use those same resources
to help the youth?
In fact, we can push and push. If there's no mind, my friend, you know that.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, Owgeeh.
Yeah, I'm saying, Jaga, like, we push a lot. Actually, I consider myself one of the most pushing people. Like I push a brag. But the guap makes it more difficult. If there's no guap, my friend, no matter how talented you are, without guap, without Zach, without money, you're just a moderate talented normal person.
Like exactly what I'm saying. It's at this point now in no country, like this thing, your artistry is very direct politics. You understand? If, for instance, if you say it's Bargemang, Oscar. If you don't know Oscar, that means you're not going anywhere. You understand? It's all about you must as an artist. I believe that you must start from where you come from. For instance, but go 7, but already demand a hot artist. Mara root mix that understand. So also the go gas or a monastic class a bargain. Zibeleni Street, for instance. Zibeleni Street, if I go see Zibeleni Street, guys, I'm an artist. This is my music. Please do this and that. By the way, can you get student? A YouTube channel. Please subscribe. So if you're not gonna do that for yourself, you're not gonna go anywhere. So I believe that as an artist, you must go extra mile. 4-star ya wesele on a random Sunday. What's in a wesele or mood? You go pa bua le batjha, for instance. Go pa bua le batjha kena le YouTube channel. It's all about us.
Yeah.
Government is not gonna help us. At this point, it's not gonna help. DRC, it's fine. There's a lot going on. As I've said before, arts and culture and recreation is the least in terms of budget. Since Honorable Pravin Godan, it's been like, Kiro, let's try to push this thing. So if you're not gonna push this thing, we're not gonna go anywhere.
We'll just be sitting here complaining.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you see, Poch there, Nagata Atlex dog. This boy is my homeboy. Poch, I believe Poch is like a channel towards.
It's the middleman.
It's the middleman, yes. So, I will more Poch. Can I learn that them hold
Sure.
Can I learn them push a reggae? He's been a famous artist. But now because you can't do those things.
Yeah.
From Poch, he went to Joburg. Joburg exposed him. He managed to push himself while still go cars. And then at Poch, he pushes him. Guys, Kupare, culture, Morake culture. You must push the culture. If you're not gonna push the culture, you're not going anywhere. Next, so I understand the culture. So if you're not gonna push the culture, you're not going anywhere. So okay, that's why I'm doing this thing. But understand the whole culture dynamic and whatever that comes with it. Push this thing.
It's all to us. All up to us. It's all up to us. Yeah, my brother. But anyway, now let's speak your music, One Frostana. The projects that you have worked on. What is it that you're also working on? Because I believe there's something that you have out there. So like, can you talk us through that?
Late last year, I dropped an EP of 5 songs, and Amanzo Tando. The title of the EP. So Amanzo Tando consists of like 5 romantic songs. You can listen to that EP if you sing it, but it's fine. You can listen to it if you sing it.
Sure.
Even if you are singing, you can listen to it. It's very beautiful. And then also
can we play one of your songs when the show ends?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think that's an idea. Like that's the idea I was talking about.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Away.
And then also, actually, this one I didn't want to really talk about it, but it's part of my progress. I'm having a song. I'm gonna have a song actually with Nights SA.
Oh yeah.
And then just because of the camps and everyone talking to each other or spending time with each other. I hope it happens. Camera, I hope it happens.
She's speaking to that camera.
I hope it happens. And then also Nights. Ababuaka something or Russell Zuma also want to, just because of the production, it's fantastic. But this thing is something else. Even my friends, they don't know about it. About something else.
So there's exclusive news.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Shout out.
And then also, man, later this month I'm gonna drop a single. Everything will be on my socials. But yeah, man, the most important thing is to make sure that that collab happens, and it happens in a way.
So like my brother, like you have mentioned, you actually are working on getting what is that kind of features with your Russell Zuma and Nights SA. If it will actually it will happen, I believe. What is it that exactly that you do? Or can I vocally or you are
vocal and production, vocal and production.
Okay.
But also, man, I need to acknowledge I'll tell you what ke spana le ena also when it comes to production, because you know what happens most of the time, ne? I think the vocalist di rata go tsa all the credit when it comes to the work. And with me it's a different case back, and hence I'm saying I need to acknowledge the boy all over Spana. He's a very young boy, 19 years, 20, very young. The only thing that he does is soulful piano. That's one thing again. Reconnect. I will penny cake, and then also Spana the Quizy Q used to be JR, yeah, but Quizy Q. Kespanalena, he does a lot of technical stuff for me when it comes to that.
Oh, you don't just put your name on stuff.
No,
like
Braga. Now if Kespanalena allow melody, I'm gonna tell people that melody that's mama. Yeah.
Shout out. I'm working on an EP too. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm working on an EP too. No, serious actually. We're doing something private as well. Once in a while, I should hook you up.
No stress, man.
I should hook you up. But anyway, Joe.
Sunday,
Don't worry, we can chop it up. But I believe someone. Another question, you wanted to ask them something? Yeah, let's get. Where's the mic? Mic away. Yeah.
So my question was, just to go back to the family support. Just to go back to the family support thing. And get it sometimes as an artist, you either have a family member that will support you, and sometimes your family members don't. So I just wanted to find out what's the first thing that your parents did to show you that they have support for you.
Now, after a very long time, our lady Ulazokala to our concert at Black Note, he performed on Majida as an ensemble. He came with my dad there, so it was very special because it happened in varsity, and that was the only time whereby I saw actual love. They even came. I didn't think these people would come. I was happy, my brother. I was extremely happy. I was very, very happy. Because that was the only time whereby I've seen, okay, you guys can pull through.
So you never got you anything specific, like instrument, or...
Not really, my brother. Not really. Not really. Everything that I have from the computer that I produce with to the 3 mics that I record with, it's from my own pocket.
And your music, is it all in digital platforms? And also, what are the handles that from Zone?
Yeah, if you search Owgeeh in any platform, you'll find my music. That's actually once the yellow profile. You can listen to even things that I've released. Maybe let's say 2022, 2020.
Yeah.
So everything is that. The Owgeeh I mess about the Owgeeh spelling. So it's Owgeeh.
Away. No, my brother. Thank you very much for pulling up. That was quite insightful. I don't know if there's anything that you actually wanted to also add.
Do.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So Owgeeh, imagine I'm Palesa. I'm an aspiring artist, and I want to apply for varsity. Are there any bursaries that one can look at as an art student?
Because of also I came here with private matters, I wouldn't like to mention a lot about that because of this case. But yeah, man, you need to pass your matric, obvious. And then also maybe let's say a main instrument. You choose a main instrument, whether you want to sing or play instrument. If you play piano, you audition for piano.
Okay.
You audition.
You getting in my brother. What's a new fella? They
need to know that you
audition at 60, but able to work there. So it's now especially if you study here more NW, you are blessed.
But there are bursaries, just to put it out there. You don't have to mention them, but they are there.
NSFAS. Just apply for NSFAS.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot really say a lot of
we understand, my brother. We understand that part.
All right, and then what's a piece of advice you'd like to give to somebody who is an aspiring artist, a young aspiring artist? What are like a couple of pointers you'd like to give them before they embark on the journey?
Number one, you must have a big bone. That's number one. Big bone. You must be confident with what you do. like a lot of things they tlhaga from what you do as a person. Other people don't matter, man. They will just bark. Or if you really want to make it, I haven't made it as yet, but things that I use for myself to cope on daily basis, that you must be strong enough, man. Criticism will always come, and it's more than the things that you do good. Braga before motor music, those things they knock, especially when it comes to people like me. Me, I don't make chappies music, Braga. I sit with music. The music that I released last year, you gotta listen to that music 2030, 2040.
Make timeless music.
Timeless. But yeah, man, you just have a strong backbone. People will always talk, and you must just remember what but who criticize more than about praise. And but more than before. So it must stay in your head. Yeah, it's not gonna be an SJ. It's going to be the most toughest one.
No, shout out, my brother. And then your longer vision with this music thing that you actually are doing on Tshidiso, what is it then, the longer vision?
I don't want to say I want to be like someone, but Oskido inspires me a lot. Before he became what he is today, he was doing a lot of good music, and he still does. So with me, I want to make good music until I die, and also I want to put other people in. One of my biggest dreams is to build a proper studio in Klerksdorp, because there's no music at Klerksdorp. I don't want to say there's no music, but I don't know, like someone it's just it's like a next location. Casper for my figure, like but I want to build something commercially. People can buy a coda and make music, and maybe it might save a lot of lives.
No, my brother, I think from my side now. Oh yeah, you wanted to say something.
I just had a question. Now I just have to sneak in the last question. But going forward, from your support group, I hope everybody is basically holding on to you. I just want to find out, how do you maintain that relationship with your people who surround you? Do you draw lines with them? Do you actually keep that going for you, or do you just go with the flow?
Energy is my part. Energy. With me, energies are everything. I don't like chilling with people who are having an opposite energy than what I have inside me. My brother, if you don't see a better version of me, stay away from me, because we're going to distract her, and you're gonna make me hate you for no reason. Because I have quick reaction to people who are very negative towards what I'm trying to shape myself into.
I know.
So if so with me, my brother, it's energies. I wanna even like
Sure.
I got started hospital last week. They are the people who understand how's my first recording sounds like. They are the people by I can tell them, especially Ben. He's younger than me. I don't like it because it's I'm an 7 years, 8 years. It's nothing. It's not that. Yeah. So he's younger than me, and the kind of connection that I have with him, it's beyond music.
Shout out.
It's from a brother to another brother. And then again, I'm like, hot man, sure. So with me, Braga, like I've said, energy is the most important thing that I consider. Spanish is important to me. And the way you balance on Spanish the manager conductor, the other one, my other best friend, Oko Pretoria, is working there as a teacher, as a music teacher. We are doing different things, but the intensity of the love that we have for each other, it's beyond. Can't explain that. But what I appreciate the most is that they glad I'm different and they don't judge me. But sometimes here I do feel like fuck these guys, they don't support me, man. fuck these guys, you know, or what but those are issues that as a person you can deal with, you know what, or that's why again, then now myself, I'm not perfect. I'm not expecting someone else to be perfect. If there's something it makes them special in their own way, then Keman to stand on their way.
Yeah.
So we like different things. We do things very different, but we don't hate each other. Joe. They know that it's just a phone call. It's just it's very simple. It's very simple. Like it's friendship. It's like that, and I've learned or appreciate it and acknowledge the way they're my friends. You do your own thing. I support you. You see this guy. My first performance, I remember it was go the Pelgo Texto. I performed after Brendan Clove. You can imagine the pressure that came after that thing. Actually, or during that thing. But you know, when I went to toilet, like this, and they were like, "Yo, dog, don't stop making that shit." And then obviously, you look up a feature. It's going to be expensive, my boy, but keep on pushing. But yeah, man, like I was saying, my brother, it's energies and, you know, doing things from the heart. It's very important.
No, OG, thank you very much for making time and, you know, giving us your side of the story. But anyway, I believe right now, like, you actually are going to go forward with this thing because I can see like how
The passion.
passionate about it.
Yeah, it's in my blood.
You understand? So I really wish you all the best of luck in Jaga and thank you for making time. And then the other thing, but that will happen after she does her closing advice. I'd like for you to close the show with that song. Yeah, shout out.
Alright guys, that was me, Palesa, your favorite nail tech, and I put the P in perfect and that's on period.
This is Force. If you could like that, call me Force Shelby. Sure, I really feel hot body. Thank you very much, and this has been Tell a Vision. Shout out.